We will never be this young again. Never. We will be stronger, wiser, kinder, better. Straight. We getting better. How? Pain, change. Yeah, because change hurts. It also feels good too. There's joy, peace in the middle of the storm, love, a whole lot of love. I should know. In the last quarter of 2017, I moved to Houston, Texas, baby. Population 2.3 million from Rochester, New York. Population 700,000. This move from small city to large, from east to Gulf Coast was a hell of a change, but I had to make it work to fulfill my purpose. Too old is for everyone who thinks they're too old to start over. Everyone who has gripped their balls and done it anyway. Everyone who takes risk. Everyone who was scared. Everyone living their best lives. And everyone who is tired of letting life pass them by. Too old is for you. Today, we have Amir Diamond on the show. Son, radio personality, creative, and influencer. And I'm going to say tastemaker too, but we'll get into that. Y'all know I love the written word. It's my life's work. So we'll start with a blog I wrote, then I'll kick it to you. Tell me what resonated, what reminded you of, and then we'll get to the interview.
Can I talk now? Can I say bet?
Bet. Big bet.
How you was doing your thing?
No. All right, cool beans. Here we go. Just keep going. Keep doing what you do. Maybe it will work out. Maybe it won't. But we all know what doing nothing will do. P.S. These words apply to anything that is healthy and legal, not coke habits, internet stalking, shoplifting, or obsessive booty scratching. And I mean, a little booty scratching is okay, but not, not obsessive with it.
Stop.
Pause. So what do you think?
That's where we stopping at?
Yeah.
You said with the exception of booty scratching.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. I agree with that entire page that you just read. How did you know that this is exactly what I'm going through? Oh, here we go. It's about to be a very transparent episode.
That's what we're here for.
I am literally at that point in my career where I'm wondering, should I stop or should I? And I keep on having interactions like this. To where my friends, my family members, even strangers, and fans are telling me that I should keep going. They're even giving me ideas, and it will be conversations to where I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah.
Something on their spirit, something on their heart that has them starting that conversation. And it always has my mind wondering, what should I do next? So, yeah, that's how I feel about that passage.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It is.
Because how long have you been doing what you do?
This year makes 12 years. So I've been doing it a long time. I feel like I put in my 10,000 hours already.
Yeah.
I feel like, from the outside looking in, a lot of people who want to build careers in media, they feel like I've made it already. I have accomplished a lot of great things. I'm not taking that away from my climb to the top. I'm very blessed. A very blessed career. But for me, at this point, I feel like I'm too old.
Yep.
No pun intended.
No.
Too old to not be making the type of money that I want to make. And so I'm ready to
scale up.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so let's talk through this, right? Because it's 12 years in media. So for those people who do not know Amir Diamond, please tell us what you currently do and how you started.
Right now, I'm at a platform that was created by KTSU 9, which is a public radio station. It's not commercial radio, so it's basically nonprofit. And it's a station called The Vibe. It's a free mobile app. Please download it. Please support. I'm on from 2 to 7 p.m. every day. I have a show called The Afternoon Hustle, and we play hip-hop, we play R&B, we play local music, we play neo-soul. And I've been there since 2020, since in the middle of the pandemic.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, it was a blessing for me to even get over there because I lost my job at Radio 1 because, well,
Yeah.
we're going to put the quotations in there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly because of the pandemic. That was in April, and I got this job without even applying. Mad Hatter, he was the content director at that time, and I've worked with him for 8 years, and he just really, I guess, admired my work and decided to call me over and be a part of the team. So I started in radio professionally in 2012. I was an intern for Radio 1, which was, they have 3 stations now, 97.9 The Box, Magic 102.1, and now it's Praise 92.1. And I started as an intern and continued to climb up the ladder from being a board op to being a mix show DJ for Michael Watts and GT Main, and then being on air late nights on weekends till 2 and 3 in the morning, climbing my way up. Then I secured a full-time job doing late night hype. That was from 11 p.m. till 2 in the morning. And that's when the numbers started skyrocketing. I was number 1 in late nights for 3 consecutive years. I had a lot of dope interviews, and that helped me secure my next position at Radio 1, which was at 92.1 Radio Now. And I made that transition because I love all types of different genres of music. So I was number 1 in hip hop for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to diversify. So I moved over to Radio Now 92.1. For 3 years I was over there, and once again I had the highest ratings at that station. That's why I put the quotations whenever I say, well, if I had the highest ratings,
then how am I let go? Yeah, versus other people.
Come on now.
So let's unpack this a bit, because 2 different stations, 2 different demographics, 2 different genres.
Same company too.
Same company, you're number 1. What do you attribute that to?
I attribute that to being the oddball, being the outcast, and the listeners having somebody to relate to. Because a lot of people in media, they try to be something that they aren't. Be cool.
Yeah.
Instead of being yourself, like for instance, the LGBTQ plus thing. There's somebody. Well, at that time, there weren't that many people in hip hop who were just themselves. I was myself, and as scary as it was to do, I'll tell you the reason why I did it is because I wanted people to love me for me instead of hating me for somebody else. And I also didn't want people to have one up on me. So you can't whisper, oh, Amir's gay.
Yeah. Nah, Amir gay. What up?
It's no. It's no.
Word.
So now what?
Yeah.
And so that's what I attributed it to. And one of the things, whenever I would go out to like the hood spots, the hood clubs, I know hoodist is not the word, but the hoodist dude will come up to me and say, Amir, I ain't gonna lie to you, we respect you because there's a lot of dudes out here who play like they hard. Yeah. Really not, and you're just yourself. So that's one of the reasons why we love you. And it showed in the ratings, it showed in the shows to this day.
That's amazing. How long before radio had you been out?
0 years.
Shut up.
I came out to my family in 2012.
Okay.
On air, I was myself. I wouldn't say that I don't think I ever even said the words on air.
Yeah, but you just showed all the layers of yourself.
Right.
Okay.
I never was playing like, well, I would say like, damn, Beyonce's fine. Because Beyonce,
I mean, she's fine. That's right.
Fine.
Yeah.
But people knew, like, I wasn't ever having conversations like playing like I'm straight.
Yeah.
I think I came out publicly around the time when I moved to Radio Now, which was 2016.
What brought that on? What made you feel like you needed to come out publicly?
Well, in radio, at least with my boss at the time, she felt like it's better to be transparent about the things that you go through in life.
Okay.
Maybe I wasn't ever ready to be that fully transparent in the first few years on air, but one of the first things that I was transparent with was breast cancer. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. And I was keeping it a secret on who my mom was when I was 97.9.
Okay.
But then she let her viewers know that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And if I'm going to talk about the breast cancer walk, if I'm going to encourage people to go get their mammograms, if my mom has publicly said that she has breast cancer, why wouldn't I be transparent with the listeners and let them know, well, my mom is a breast cancer. At that time, victim, is that the right word? Victim? She was a survivor now.
Yeah, she was a patient at the time.
A patient, yes. And so that was one of the first things that I was transparent about. And so I guess after seeing how that resonated with people, that's probably the reason why I decided to be transparent about my lifestyle.
Were you hesitant about saying who your mother was because you didn't want to be seen as like a Nepo baby?
Yes and no. That wasn't the main reason. The main reason was because I didn't want people to like me because of her. Okay. I would say like me or hate me.
Yeah.
I haven't met any people who hate Candy Eastman.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to, like me or hate me because maybe they hate me because I'm in that position and they feel like I got it because of her. So they hate me because of her.
Right. No, that's fair.
And the nepotism thing as well.
And so then when you're let go, right? Even though you're number one.
Well, at that time I wasn't number one, but I had the highest rating.
Right.
That particular.
Right. I feel you. So emotionally, what kind of state were you in?
Honestly, I felt good for majority of the time. I felt like it was a weight lifted off my shoulders because I felt the energy. Okay. There were a lot of moves that were being made, and I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Y'all treating me like trash.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
Yes. Yeah, you can.
Sure?
I'm trying to monetize on YouTube.
Why are y'all treating me like trash?
Yeah.
Well, keep it.
Or yeah.
So, I felt good, and I felt like at that point in my life, I knew that everything happened for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
I know that sometimes we might not know the reason why, but it's gonna work out. Yeah. If you don't worry. Now, I do admit, it had to be like 4 or 5 months, maybe like 5 months where I didn't have a job. Maybe 4 days I had low moments. Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah. So at the same time that this is going on, Mad Hatter is going to KTSU. Yes. Okay, and this is
Yes.
Okay, and this I'm assuming that this station is TSU station.
Correct.
Okay, got you. And so it seems like there's some alignment there, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So when he reaches out, what's that emotion?
Ooh, I got chills right now thinking about it because even though I worked at the same company as Hatter for 8 years, he was doing mornings, I was doing late nights. Events where we worked together, but
he was a big dog.
Yeah. He's still a big dog.
Yeah.
King in Houston forever. Nobody's going to be able to accomplish what he's done. I don't think so. Or at least not in my lifetime. I don't think. But one of my dreams when I was younger, like a teenager, I always wanted to be on the same stage as his show. And like I said, everything happens for a reason. I didn't get to do that while we were at Radio 1, but I got to work with him in a closer manner.
Right.
I got to really see what it's like to be a program director, a music director. I really got to learn from him in regards to what to do and what not to do on air. He would call my phone whenever he heard an awesome break. Almost every week. Felt good because that's somebody
that's so affirming.
Yes, that's somebody who I look up to in media. So it felt really good to get that call from him.
Yeah. Look at God.
Look at God.
Right. So, but again, you're a real person, right? So you have what you've, like you say, you've already had these accomplishments. You've already put this work in, but you know where you want to be, right? And so is that some of the frustration when you wonder about giving up?
Hell yeah. Because I feel like I was going to say Radio 1. I'll say 97.9 is one of the biggest radio platforms in Houston, Texas. They get millions of listeners every single day.
Right. So if it's one of the biggest in Houston, it's one of the biggest in the country. Let's be clear about that. Yeah. So
there's not too many places higher up to go. There's LA, there's New York. It always flips up and down with different cities.
Yeah.
Houston is a top 10 market, and I feel like I started way up here. And now community radio public radio, you do have a major impact on, for instance, we're on the campus of TSU, so have a major impact on those students.
Right.
Want to come in and learn the game. They get to learn it from somebody who's...
And these are the future leaders of the world.
Right.
Let's keep in mind, Meg Thee Stallion came out of TSU, right? And that's where she kind of got her buzz going.
No, for sure.
Right.
And so it's not always about how many listeners you're reaching.
Right.
But I just...
So what's the vision? What do you want for yourself?
The vision now is I want to do TV. I feel like that's higher than radio.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So that's where I want to go. I was trying to figure out, do I really want to tell you exactly what I want to do on TV, or do I keep that to myself?
It's completely up to you.
You're not supposed to tell your dreams.
Yeah. Because it's not just you telling me, you're telling, right,
the people.
Yeah.
But I'll say it. I want to do like a lifestyle Houston show, which is live on KPRC. There's Great Day Houston with Debunking. So I want to do something along those lines.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for trusting us to share that vision. And so for the listeners, our viewers, please keep Amir in your prayers, because, we about that faith life. So speaking of...
But even that, see, I've been getting scared with that too, because sometimes people will pray for your downfall.
Right.
So we got to be very...
Yeah, so let's be specific. Please pray that God's will be done in Amir's life. Please pray that he'll continue to have the peace that surpasses all understanding, that he'll have joy in the fruit of the Spirit, that his deepest desires will align with God's will, and that they'll be granted. So he is asking to be on television for this lifestyle show. We know that he's already given so much to Houston. And so we're praying for that specifically. And then we're also praying against anybody who's praying against him. We call down all demonic altars in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Ooh.
You know how we do.
When I tell you I needed that, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah. You're somebody for me who, the moment I met you, like your energy and your support, your spirit is very, very apparent. So it's the least I can do. Like I said, you've given so much to Houston, and we got you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was real. I always feel it. I always feel it. And the moments come at the right time.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you. Not just to you, but thank you to everybody.
Yeah, it's real. So we were talking about this a bit before we started the interview officially, but your faith walk, right? Because your background is very interesting.
It's extremely interesting.
Yes.
Excuse me. I have people in my family who practice all different types of religion. People who are in the Nation of Islam, people who are Christian, people who went to Catholic schools. And so my family's very, I guess I don't want to say weird, but we're
eclectic.
We're eclectic.
Yeah.
And we're understanding of everybody's religion.
Right, and different paths. Yeah.
Spectrum. So for me, we're going there. I believe in God, but I was telling you off camera that I went to the mosque growing up as well. I went to a Muslim school, the Nation of Islam, a private school for the beginning of elementary, kindergarten through third grade. And then there were some things that my brother was repeating that my mom didn't really like. So she took us out of that school because I guess he didn't have the mind that was mature enough to understand some of the teaching. Yeah. And so we just ended up going to regular public school after that. And then we went to a magnet school. And so as far as religion is concerned, I prefer to say I'm spiritual. I'm not.
No, it's your world. Yeah.
But spiritual, because I'm still trying to, even at this old age,
here we go. But we're gonna
learn the differences or the ins and outs of multiple religions.
Yeah, that's fair. My background is very eclectic as well. I'm from New York, so all of us have some Nation of Islam in us. I've been to the mosque. I was interested in the nation, but then they started how to eat to live, and they talking about black eyed peas will make you. I said, I'm gonna eat peanut butter. Like I was already off of pork, no problem. You know what I mean? Shellfish, okay, I can give that up, but peanut butter,
can't do it.
Nah, Elijah, you lost me on that one. I'm serious and silly at the same time.
I feel you.
Yeah, but I've seen firsthand what the nation can do for people. So I totally understand having influences from different faiths and then trying to reconcile those, you know? Do you ever feel like an internal conflict around that?
An internal conflict?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I guess, see, because mine is layered, because I also think of the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and how it's into religion as
right.
So maybe that is that, I guess that is considered an internal conflict.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out where I would fit in, and it all depends. Well, not it all depends, but, you know, different pastors, different preachers.
Different interpretations.
Right.
No, that's real. You mentioned feeling old. May I ask, how young are you?
I am 35 years young.
Right. Yeah. So did you at any point have like, oh my God, I'm this age and I should be here? Has that been a thing for you?
Maybe at the age of, I started feeling it at 32.
Okay.
Yeah, 32. But that was after I had got let go, and I just felt like my career was going downhill instead of uphill.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
Even with all of the things that I accomplished, because a lot of times it takes people 10 years to accomplish the types of things that I did, and I did it at the start of my career. But even still, I just have such high places that I want to go.
Yeah, that you will go. Yeah, right. I get that. So we talked about what you attributed your success to. Mad Hatter, like, why do you think he has such this appeal for people? What is it?
Oh, well, that's a question that you would have to ask him.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for you, what is it, though?
For me?
When you first started hearing him on air, you know?
I felt like on air, he's friendly, he's knowledgeable, you know what it is? I've told him this before too. I didn't have a father in my life. And he hates when I say it, but he was like a father figure for me. Like how everybody would watch Fresh Prince. And
for Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Man, Hatter was that for me. He was a positive black role model who was doing a lot of things in the community. Great. And somebody that my mom wouldn't mind me looking up to a rapper.
Right. So that's beautiful. So, because you're born and raised Houston.
I was raised in Houston, and I'm from Houston. I was not born in.
Okay, that's fair.
I was born in. You tell me how you feel about this, because people be arguing.
If you say you were born in Cypress, nigga, that's Houston.
No, I was born in Maryland.
Okay.
But I lived there for like literally 3 months. I was 3 months old.
Yeah, nah.
I went to elementary, middle school, high school.
You H-Town down. That's it.
So it's not about where you're born.
Right, it's where you at.
Okay, so when people ask me, what am I supposed to say? Do I sound from Maryland?
Nah, you just say Houston.
I'm from Houston.
Yeah. We gonna revise that right now.
Again.
Right. Plus, you don't want to let people know where you were born at in case they're trying to steal your security questions. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So we just go put Houston out there. What does Houston mean to you?
Everything. Everything. It means love. It means hope. It means dreams coming true. It means family. It means the world. I kid you not. I've traveled to a lot of the major cities.
Yeah, of course.
In America. Every time I get homesick. Houston, Texas, there's literally no place better in my opinion.
I feel you. You've have interviewed some amazing celebrities. What was one of those, ooh, mama, I made it moments for you?
Mama, I made it moment was not technically an interview, but it was when I got a drop from Beyoncé. And this was at U of H, so this was even before 97. Because U of H was awarding Tina Knowles an award, and Beyoncé just surprised everybody and showed up. And I was going to interview Tina. I had my drop list.
Yeah.
And since Beyoncé was there, I was like, nah, this is the time. I gotta ask Beyoncé.
Yeah, legit.
I went past the security and asked Beyoncé if she could do the drop, and she did it. But not only did she do it, she added a nickname to it. She said, "Hi, I'm Beyoncé, and you're listening to Amir Diamond, the hustler." And for the hustler.
Because she saw that. She saw you walk past all them people come to her. And she's like, oh, he hustling.
For the true hustler.
Yeah.
To recognize that in me, hands down, one of the greatest moments in my life.
Right.
Top 5. As far as interviews concerned, well, that's the I made it.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite interviews was DJ Khaled, because he was one of the few artists, one of the few people who came into the room and really changed the atmosphere in a positive way.
Okay.
Everybody was upbeat, everybody was kind, he was right. He stayed there for hours and hours and allowed all the jocks to do it. So that was one of the most memorable.
That's what's up, an atmosphere shifter. We like to ask our guests, what's something that you're too old for?
I'm too old to be playing these games with all these dudes.
Okay, talk about it. You better come right to Mr. Diamond, all right?
For real.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm too old to be dating, but I'm too old to be dating for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm 35, y'all. We do. We're supposed to be working towards something long term.
Yeah, you want to build.
Yes,
I feel that. And what's something you're not too old for?
I'm not too old to joke around. I'm not too old to laugh. I'm not too old to make fun of myself.
Yeah.
I'm not too old to even find the funny in some of the darkest moments. Yeah, some people might view it as playing around too much.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I have a rule. If you could cry about it, you could laugh about it. Okay.
That's one of my new favorite quotes.
Yeah. Let's make sure you put TM, the author. Anywho, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on air on the Vibe Houston mobile app. 2 to 7 p.m. So we have this app. It's free. You can also tune in on vibehouston.com, and we're in your vehicles as well. So KTSU, they're on 90.9. And if you go to HD2, that's where you'll find the Vibe app, which is 24 hours on there. But I'm on from 2 to 7. You can also find me on Instagram at Amir Diamond. You can find me on TikTok too, I guess. I don't really post on there like I should.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm really tired. I'm too old for social media.
I feel you, especially with new ones, right? Instagram, we know how it works, right? TikTok, I'm like, I don't know what's going to pop on here.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where you can find me.
Okay, that's love. Well, I greatly appreciate your time. As I said earlier, we appreciate everything that you do for Houston. Thank you for sharing your platform with other people.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this. I told you I was nervous.
Yeah.
Because Banke, she be joking around a little bit too much.
You just said we not too old to joke around too much.
But I mean, sometimes it is too much.
But I was on my best behavior, right?
You were.
Thank you. We love y'all. God bless.